everyone. So I'm actually stuck in traffic on my way to the hairdressers this morning, and I decided that now is as good a time as any to actually begin doing some vlogs for you all. I have a pretty beauty-related day today. As I said, I'm on my way to the hairdresser. I also am expecting a package from the US, from Sephora specifically, and I'm also picking up my new makeup storage today. That's all between work and university. So yeah, it should be a pretty interesting day. So I've decided that I'm going to start doing a couple of vlogs. It probably won't be daily because, to be 100% honest, my life is pretty mundane. I get up at like 3:30 in the morning a lot of mornings to go into work, and sometimes I work 14-hour days, and it's not something interesting to watch. And so I will do it on days that I mostly have off, or if I'm working night shift, because today I'm working night shift. But I've actually been up since 5 a.m. My boyfriend and I both work shift work, and he had a mid-morning start today, so I couldn't get back to sleep after that. So I've been doing a couple of things, and now I'm heading off. So I like having appointments earlier in the morning, so around 8-9 o'clock. That way you can get them out of the way, and that way you can start doing things for the rest of the day. So yeah, I'm on my way to the hairdresser. I don't know about any of you guys, but at the moment I'm working towards something with my hair. I take pictures to my hairdresser and we work towards that. Currently it's a picture of Lauren Conrad. I saw a photo of her in Cleo or Marie Claire's shop or something like that, and her hair colour was just beautiful, like sparkling, and I wanted it. And I'm growing my hair out currently because I'm just sick of it being short and not being able to do anything with it. And I see all of these beauty gurus on YouTube that have this beautiful long hair, and I kind of wanted that, so I've decided to grow out my hair as well. But just a question for you all, do any of you take photos to your hairdresser or anything like that? Because I know a few people who do, and I find it a lot easier to put the same picture into somebody else's head by having that same picture. Just because I find if you're explaining it with words, it usually gets lost in translation a little bit. And I've worked as a makeup artist for a couple of years, and I just found that if people were explaining something to me, by the end you'd have a general picture of it, but you wouldn't know exactly what they wanted. It's just one of those things. When I say teal and you say teal, we're thinking of two different colours, and that's just the reality of it, really. So yeah, do any of you take pictures into your hairdresser, just out of curiosity? But yes, pardon the bare face and the undone hair and everything, because I'm actually I'm one of those people who goes to a hairdresser looking like an absolute slob, because my hairdresser has a salon under her house. She's the best hairdresser I've ever had, by the way, and I found that I don't really mind what I look like when I go there. I like to let my skin breathe a little bit when I go to the hairdresser and things like that, and when I can leave makeup off my skin, I like that, because I do have pretty sensitive skin and it does break out on occasion. So I like to not wear makeup as much as I can, which unfortunately on a day-to-day basis isn't really a reality, because I do have to wear makeup for my job. It's just one of those things. But today's going to be quite a busy day, so I've decided I'm going to take my camera around with me for as much of it as I can. But for things like work, I can't, because I technically am not allowed to show my uniform. You know, that whole using your workplace as a platform. I'm not allowed to do that. So yeah, I work for quite a large company, and they are quite in the spotlight. So yeah, but on the upside, I actually have an internship coming up in Sydney, and I'm going to be doing that for a while, and then I'm going to be going over to LA, and yeah, it's going to be quite an interesting couple of months. So it's good to start doing it now, the vlogs now, so you guys can kind of experience. So for those of you who were wondering, this is actually the this is the hair color and actually the length that I'm aiming for. The color is just beautiful. It's a really nice, rich kind of honey blonde. So that's really nice. And that length is just perfect because you can get curls and things out of that as well. So for those of you who are wondering. So I'm all done at the hairdressers. I'm really, really happy with it. My hairdresser is absolutely amazing. She does a terrific job. She works, as I said, from a home salon, and she's the only hairdresser that I have ever rebooked with over and over again. It took me forever to find a hairdresser that I loved. But yeah, it's hair's looking good. It's a tiny little bit darker than what I was, but I'm very happy with it, and I'm heading home now. Hopefully my package will be there, and also I'm going to film a video because I've got plenty of time. She's nice, quick and efficient, and so that's great. Okay, so I have to say, this is my biggest pet peeve. Coming up here, as you can see on the other side of the road, people park on the street, and this is the only suburb in my whole city, I think, that actually has on-street parking, and I can't stand it because the road isn't wide enough, and I always end up going over to the other side of the road when I drive down here in the other direction. Now, I've got a brand new car, so I'm actually terrified, absolutely terrified of banging into one of these cars parked on the side of the road. So yeah, I just on as an aside, I'm very, very, very fussy about the way I drive since I bought a new car, and it's just been one of those things. I used to drive a beaten up old van, so you know. Now that I've got a nice car, I like to drive it carefully. I'm that nana who sits perfectly on the speed limit rather than, you know. So I've taken the scenic tour for you all. When I drive to and from my hairdresser, I actually go straight past Parliament House, which is in the middle of the city, and it is quite a nice building. It's very nicely designed. But that flag on the top there, it might look small, but it's actually the size of a couple of double-decker buses, or maybe like 4 double-decker buses, but it's huge, and it is quite a large building. That that little spout on the top there is pretty huge, but it's a nice building as well. I'm happy with that as Parliament House. The area that it's in, the area that my hairdresser is in, is really lovely. So hopefully I'll move down this side of town pretty soon. I'm living on the opposite side of town, which is quite nice. But the side of town that I live on is quite boring. There are a lot of older families living there, so it's one of those things. Just stopped by the mall for a second. I'm going to grab myself some lunch, and then, yeah, we'll head home. So I did actually get my package in the mail today. I got it from Sephora when they had their sale, but then I had to get it through my assisted purchase. So what I do, I actually contact the girl that I talk to, and she will actually buy it from the Sephora site, and I will pay her for that. And the thing with that is, because Sephora doesn't accept 1, foreign credit cards and 2, foreign addresses, they actually send it to her and she ships them over to me. So it is a little bit expensive, and it doesn't beat actually living in the States, but you know, that, yeah, it does work. So it's this one here, and it's a Sephora box. And it's exciting because there's a lot in here. Ooh, so we've got some fairly interesting stuff in there, and I'll actually do a haul video on that because there is lots in there, but my favourites are looking like it's going to be the Clarisonic, but it's a pretty big box, so yeah. Okay, so this is my outfit today. It's quite plain. I have just a black cardigan on, and then I've got this top which cinches in at the waist here, and then it's got the rosettes on the top there, so just like that, just those rosettes there, and it fits quite nicely and it's very comfortable. Then I've just got my black jeans, and then I've got my ballet flats on. It's just a flat shoe run around day, and they've got a little bow on them there. So yeah. So I'm starting to get ready to kind of go to work and things like that, and I was going to film videos and I kind of got distracted by my blog. Now I haven't been a really consistent blog poster, however I see the appeal in it because you can write a blog every single day if you wanted to, and you don't have to look great on camera every time as well. So I really like the appeal of blogs, and I think that they do complement videos really well. So tell me what you guys kind of want to see. I think I want to start doing kind of little blog posts every other day and things like that, just on products that I quite like, that it doesn't quite qualify for a full video, but it does qualify for like a mini blog post that it needs to be said kind of thing. But I've got my blog now, and it's so plain. I'm going to go through, I'm going to fix that up there. Like the last one, I went through and I deleted some of my older posts because they were so old and not even worth doing. But yeah, it's just kids101.blogspot.com. But yeah, like every other day, just become quite a consistent blogger. But you know, it's nothing without you guys. If you don't want to see it, then let me know. Okay, so I'm just getting ready to head over to pick up my new storage. So yeah, I'm really excited. It's very similar to the Clear Cube, except I got it custom made, so it's a little bit bigger, and it was a lot cheaper as well. So it's the end of the day. I've just gotten home. I actually, after I picked up my storage, I actually went to work. I apologize for not filming it, but it's pretty boring, so that's why. It's the end of the day, and I'm just about to sit down and film some videos, and I need the camera to do that. So I thought I'd show you the storage that I got before I start stacking things in it, and yeah. So this is it here. I got this custom made because I wanted the Clear Cube, and the Clear Cube actually, they ship to Australia. However, it's FedEx shipping, and I think to get it shipped to Australia actually ends up costing $500 for shipping alone. So I decided to go and get one custom made because, of course, that was going to be a hell of a lot cheaper. And it ended up costing me about $300. I made a few changes though. I got it a bit bigger than the Clear Cube, so it's wider, it's taller. And the biggest thing, I didn't get the flip top because I noticed that a lot of people just leave that open. And to be 100% honest, I didn't see the point on just having the flip top to leave open when I can stack things on top. And I can put my Guten Morgen on there. So, the biggest difference with my kind of Clear Cube here, the handles, I got something that I could really grab onto because I didn't like the hollow look. Also, I got them tall enough to actually stack lipsticks in there standing up. So it's got 5 drawers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The handles blend in a little bit more than the original, which I like because it makes it a lot more aesthetically pleasing. And there's 5 drawers which are all higher than the original Clear Cube and also wider than the original Clear Cube, so I can fit a lot more in it, and that's the part that I love about it. And it wasn't too expensive, so I really like this. I was desperately wanting to get rid of my Sterilite drawers, these ones here. And you can't see anything, and they're flimsy and they're crappy, and they catch on the back here because there's so much weight in there. So yeah, I just really wanted to get something new. So I'm actually going to be filming a new collection video because it's been so long, and I'm going to be using that as my storage from now on. And I've got a couple of other bits and pieces, and my room has changed a lot, so you never know, I might be doing room tours and things like that as well. Let me know if you like vlogs. This one I just decided it was kind of a beauty related day, so I wanted to film today because it was going to be interesting for the specific type of viewer that I have. So I thought I might as well film that. So yeah, let me know if you like the vlogs, what kind of things you want to see. I live in a place that's a little bit boring, but I do a lot with myself. I've got uni, I've got work, I've got things on all the time. So if you do want to see these things, just let me know. But yeah, it's the end of a long day and I'm going to get ready to film some videos for you guys. I've got a haul to film for my box of stuff. I've got to pack up all of my cosmetics and move it over into its new storage. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.